Most people read the first 3 chapters of Revelation and see a dry list of ancient complaints. But what if I told you these aren't just letters? They are diagnostic reports for the human soul. In 1st century Turkey, 7 churches were facing 7 specific pressures: wealth, persecution, compromise, and apathy. Fast forward to 2026. Our technology has changed, but our glitches are exactly the same. Today we're cracking open the 7 letters to see which one has your name on it. Let's look at Ephesus. They had the best theology in the world. They were content creators for the early church, but Jesus tells them, "You've lost your first love." In 2026, it's so easy to be busy for God on social media while being dead to Him in your heart. Then look at Laodicea. Jesus calls them lukewarm. Historically, Laodicea had a local water problem. It was tepid and full of minerals. It made you vomit. In our era of comfort at all costs, are we just becoming spiritually tepid? If your faith doesn't cost you anything, it's probably Laodicean. Pergamum lived where Satan's throne was. This wasn't a spooky basement. It was the center of government power. The pressure there was to compromise just to keep your job. Sound familiar? In Thyatira, the issue was the trade guilds. You couldn't work in the 1st century economy unless you bowed to the local idols. In 2026, we face the same economic idolatry. These letters ask us, is your career more sacred than your character? Only 2 churches get no criticism, Smyrna and Philadelphia. Why? Because they were suffering and small. In Smyrna, they were facing poverty, the Greek word tocheia, meaning absolute destitution. In Philadelphia, they had little strength. Here is the 2026 takeaway. Our world worships big platforms, big wealth, big influence. But Jesus looks at the small, struggling, faithful church and says, "You are the ones I've set an open door before." If you feel small or overlooked this year, these letters were written specifically for you. Sardis had a reputation for being alive, but they were dead. They had the branding, the lights, and the crowd, but no spirit. As a scholar, I look at the archaeology of Sardis. It was a city that felt invincible because of its cliffside location, but it was conquered twice because the guards fell asleep. The warning for 2026: don't let your digital reputation outpace your spiritual reality. Vigilance is the theme of Sardis. 7 cities, 7 problems, 1 solution. Every single letter ends with the same phrase, "To him who overcomes." You aren't meant to just read Revelation, you're meant to survive it. Which city do you live in? Are you in Ephesus, working hard but heartless? Or a Smyrna, suffering but rich? Drop a comment below. I want to know which letter hit you hardest today. Next time, we're diving into the throne room of chapter 4. You don't want to miss that. Subscribe and I'll see you in the text.